Hello dear students, in this lesson I'm going to talking about add and subtract mixed numbers. In add and subtract mixed numbers, first we have to solve the whole numbers. Example number 1, we have 1 and 5 out of 12 plus 1 and 1 out of 4. So we have add, first we have to add the whole numbers. 1 plus 1 equal to 2, and then we have to add the fractions. 5 out of 12 plus 1 out of 4. We have a different denominators, they are not like fraction. We have to find the least common multiple for the denominators and then change the fractions. So I'm going to find the least common multiple for the denominators by old way. We have 4 and 12. We have to write 5 multiples of 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20. For 12 we have 12, 24. It's not it doesn't need to be continued because we have the repeating numbers between 4 and 12. We have 12, so least common multiple equal to 12. After that we have to look at the denominators of the fraction. This one is 12, it doesn't need to change, but the second fraction we have 1 out of 4. We have 4. We have to change the second fraction by multiply. 1 out of 4. We have to think 4 times what number equal to 12 times 3. You have to multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. So the new fraction for 1 out of 4 is 3 out of 12. After that we have to add with 5 out of 12. So we have 5 out of 12 plus 1 out of 4 is 3 out of 12. We have to write 12 as a denominator, and then 5 plus 3 equal to 8, and then the whole number is 2. We have to write 2 in front of the fraction. So the sum for these two mixed numbers is 2 and 8 out of 12 equal to 2 and 8 out of 12. Example number 2, we have 4 and 1 out of 2 minus 2 and 2 out of 5. We have subtraction. So we have to subtract the whole number first. 4 minus 2 equal to 2, and then the fraction 1 out of 2 minus 2 out of 5. We have a different denominator, so we have to find the least common multiple first for the denominator and then change the fraction. We have 2 and 5. I'm going to find the least common multiple by old way. We have to write the multiples, 5 multiples for 2. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And for 5 you have 5, 10. It doesn't need to be continued because we have repeating numbers. Repeating numbers is 10. It means least common multiple equal to 10. After that you have to look at the denominators of the fraction. None of them is 10, so we have to change the fractions one by one by multiply. The first fraction we have 1 out of 2. We have to think 2 times what number equal to 10 multiply by 5. We have to multiply both number by 5. 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10. The second fraction we have 2 out of 5. We have to think 5 times which number equal to 10 times 2. We have to multiply both number, numerator and denominator, by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 2 is 10. Now we have this two new fractions, and then we have to subtract. 1 out of 2 is 5 out of 10. So you have to write 5 out of 10 first, minus, and then the second fraction we have 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 is 4 out of 10. And then we have to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1, and we have to write the denominators. And then the whole number is 2. We have to write 2 in front of the fraction. So the difference between these two mixed numbers is 2 and 1 out of 10. Example number 3, we have 5 and 5 out of 6 plus 4 and 2 out of 9. First, we have to add the whole numbers. 5 plus 4 equal to 9. And then the fraction, we have 5 out of 6 plus 2 out of 9. We have a different denominator, so we have to find the least common multiple for 6 and 9. In this time, I'm going to find the least common multiple by using prime factorization. So we have 6 and 9. 6 is even number, divided by 2 is 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 is odd number, divided by 3 is 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. So least common multiple equal to. In the first number we have 1, 2. In the second number we don't have any 2. So in least common multiple we can take it if the number is non-repeat. So we have to write 2 multiply. And then in the first number we have 1, 3. In the second number we have 2 3s. So we have to write, or we have to take the most repeating numbers. We have to take these 2 3s times 3. So 2 times 3 equal to 6, and 6 times 3 equal to 18. So the least common multiple for 6 and 9 equal to 18. Least common multiple equal to 18. Now we have to look at the denominators of the fractions. None of them is 18. We have to change the fraction. We have to think 6 times what number equal to 18 times 3. We have to multiply both number by 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3 is 18. The second fraction we have 2 out of 9. We have to think 2 multiplied by which number equal to 18 by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 9 times 2 is 18. Now we have to add these two fractions together. 15 out of 18 plus 4 out of 18. We have to write 18 as a denominator, and then 15 plus 4 equal to 19. So the whole number is 9. We have to write 9 in front of the fraction. So the sum for this two mixed number equal to 9 and 19 out of 18. After that, example number 4, we have 3 and 1 out of 4 minus 1 and 1 out of 6. We have subtraction. We have to subtract the whole number first. 3 minus 1 equal to 2. And then the fractions, we have 1 out of 4 minus 1 out of 6. We have to find the least common multiple for 4 and 6. I'm going to find the least common multiple by using prime factorization. 4 and 6. 4 is even number, divided by 2 is 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So least common multiple, in the first number you have 2 2's, in the second number you have 1 2. You have to take in the most repeating numbers. You have to take this 2 2's, 2 times 2, and then in the second number you have 3. We have to take this 3. So the least common multiple equal to 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12. Least common multiple equal to 12. After that, you have to look at the denominators of the fraction. None of them is 12. We have to change the fraction 1 out of 4. 4 multiplied by which number equal to 12 multiplied by 3. 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12. The second fraction we have 1 out of 6. We have to think 6 multiplied by which number equal to 12 by 2. 1 times 2 is 2 and 6 times 2 is 12. And then we have to subtract these two fractions. The first fraction is 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 is 3 out of 12 minus 1 out of 6 is 2 out of 12. We have to write 12 as a denominator, and then 3 minus 2 is 1. And the whole number is 2. So the difference between these two mixed numbers is 2 and 1 out of 12. 2 and 1 out of 12. After that, example number 5, you have 7 and 1 out of 2 plus 1 and 1 out of 16. First, you have to add the whole number 7 plus 1 equal to 8. And then the fraction 1 out of 2 plus 1 out of 16. We have to find the least common multiple for the denominators. We have 2 and 16. I'm using all the way for finding the prime factorization. We have to write the 5 multiples of 2. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. For 16, we have 16. We have to stop here because 16 is greater than 10. We have to be continued for 2 until we get 16 or greater than 16. So we have, after 10 we have 12, 14, 16. Now we have repeating numbers. LCM equal to 16. After that, we have to look at the denominators. This fraction of 16 doesn't need to be changed, but the first fraction we have 1 out of 2. We have to change the denominators by multiply. We have to think 2 multiplied by which number equal to 16 by 8. 1 times 8 is 8 and 2 times 8 is 16. Now we have to add these two fractions. 1 out of 2 is 8 out of 16 plus 1 out of 16. 8 plus 1 equal to 9 out of 16, and the whole number is 8. We have to write 8 in front of the fraction. So the sum for this two mixed number is 8 and 9 out of. Example number 7, we have 4 and 2 out of 3 minus 2 and 5 out of 6. First, we have to subtract the whole number. 4 minus 2 is 2, and then the fraction 2 out of 3 minus 5 out of 6. The least common multiple for 3 and 6 is 6. So we have to multiply this fraction by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6 minus 5 out of 6. 4 minus, So you can't solve this this subtract mixed number by this way, because we can't subtract 4 minus 5. So you have to write, or you have to try another way for solving this mixed number, like that. So you have to change the big mixed number. The big mixed number is 4 and 2 out of 3. 4 and 2 out of 3. When we change this mixed number, we have to subtract the whole number from 1. 4 minus 1 equal to 3. And then we have to write the fraction without change. and then plus. We have to draw a line for the second fraction. The second fraction, we have to look at the denominators of the fraction. Which one has the greatest denominator? 6 is greater than 3. So we have to make a fraction. Numerator and denominator will be the greater denominator. We have to write 6 out of 6 because 6 is greater than 3. We have to write 6 out of 6. And then we have to add these two fractions. The whole number is 3. And when we add these two fractions, 2 out of 3 plus 6 out of 6, the least common multiple for this two fraction is 6. So we have to multiply this fraction by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 3 is 6 plus 6 out of 6. And then we have whole number is 3. 4 plus 6 is 10 out of 6. So the big mixed number is 3 and 10 out of 6. Now we have to subtract with 2 and 5 out of 6. 3 and 10 out of 6 is 4 and 2 out of 3. Minus 2 and 5 out of 6. First, you have to subtract the whole number. 3 minus 2 is 1. And then the fraction 10 out of 6 minus 5 out of 6. So 10 minus 5 is 5 out of 6. And the whole number is 1. So the difference between these two mixed numbers is 1 and 5 out of 6. Example number 8, we have this two mixed numbers 7 and 1 out of 14 plus 3 and 2 out of 7. So example number 8, you have 7 and 1 out of 14 plus 3 and 2 out of 7. First, we have to add the whole numbers. 7 plus 3 equal to 10, and then the fraction 1 out of 14 plus 2 out of 7. So the least common multiple for 14 and 7 is 40. So we have to multiply the second fraction by 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 7 is 14. Now 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 out of 14. And the whole number is 10. You have to write 10 and 5 out of 14. So the sum is 10 and 5 out of 14. Example number 6, we have 3 and 1 out of 2 minus 2 and 2 out of 3. When we solve this mixed number, we can solve by the old way. We have to change the big mixed number first. We have 3 and 1 out of 2, 3 and 1 out of 2. We have to change this whole number. Always we have to subtract with 1. 3 minus 1 is 2, and we have to write the fraction without change plus and the new fraction. The new fraction, you have to look at the denominators of the fraction. Which one is great? 3 is greater than 2. We have to write 3 out of 3. And then we have to solve this fraction 1 out of 2 plus 3 out of 3. The least common multiple for 2 and 3 is 6. We have to multiply the first fraction by 3 and the second by 2. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 times 3 is 6 and 2 times 3 is 6. Now we have to add 3 plus 6 is 9. 6 out of 6. And the whole number is 2. So the big mixed number is 3 out of 2 equal to 2, 2 and 9 out of 6, and then we have to subtract with 2 and 2 out of 3, minus 2 and 2 out of 3. So we have to subtract the whole number first. 2 minus 2 is 0, and then we have 9 out of 6 minus 2 out of 3. The least common multiple for 6 and 3 is 6. We have to multiply the first fraction by 2. So we have 9 and 6 out, 9 out of 6 minus 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. We have to write 6 as a denominator, and then 9 minus 4 is 5. And the whole number is 0, it doesn't need to write 0. So the difference between these two mixed numbers is 5 out of 6.